Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up! All day, just like that. Just like that.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
They're going to need some therapy after this. My game.
Throwing, Hundley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Hundley. He's got the hook up to Lee. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch. Check 13.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Bell sheds him off. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Jaguars. Le'Veon Bell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 26.
Check three, check three, check three. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Slow. Watch the eye.
He's coming. He's red. Red.
44 at the mic. 40.
Hey, exit. I'm trying to collect.
Rivers to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Set. Hey, Brown 80. Check back, check back.
Throwing Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Chargers.
Set. Round 80. 44. Here we go, here we go.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check
Left, left, left.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Shift, shift.
Now Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So it's third and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move...
There goes Melvin Gordon, the 30, the 20, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, touchdown number 22 on the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A screen to Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
56. Mike, 56. Mike. 56. Watch the run. They're running it. Hey, Delta. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check, 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Load it. 56. Load it. Mike's 56. I got you. Wait, 89.
Now Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Now Gordon on 1st down. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the safety creep. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, look three. Check 15. No. Behind!
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on fourth down last year, and they're going here. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Yeah, 15 on it. Watch the slant. Shoot!
On first down, Bell. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready. 70 ending. Watch QB draw. Heavy. 552. I'm going to come back to you. Check 52's the mic. 36. Plus.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now. 18 data. Bound to lose one. Off. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Get the ball. Sponge. No. Kill. Hey. Look right.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check hot route. Hot. Set, go.
Here's Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Chargers.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hundley escaping the pressure. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Switch. 49, check 49, check 49. Twist. Watch the twist. Big edge. Switch it. Mike 56.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's got Rome. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Show it up. Show it up.
Load it. Load it. Cluster, cluster, cluster. Done.
Mike, 56, right there.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
He's crashing. He's checking clear. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
90, black 15. Hey, hey, hey.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Load it.
Kill, kill.
Red Delta.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Benjamin's got it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
390. Red Delta. Keep it skinny. Hey.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, front 80.
Check. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And who we got?
Hey, Haywood.
44.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike 3. Mike 3. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returning, it's Benjamin. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Hey, 79. 79. Hey, Rocket. What?
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he